Indian classical dance is an umbrella term for various codified art forms rooted in Natya and sacred Hindu musical theatre styles whose theory can be traced back to the Natya Shastra of Bharata Muni. Definitions: Indian classical dances are performed inside the sanctum of the temple according to the rituals called agama nartanam. Natya Shastra classifies this type of dance form as margi, or a soul-liberating dance. Dances performed in royal courts to the accompaniment of classical music are called Karnatakam. In the most essential sense, a Hindu deity is considered a revered royal guest in his temple, and should be offered all of the 16 hospitalities, among which are music and dance. All of the 16 hospitalities are intended to be pleasing to the senses. The term classical was introduced by Sangeet Natak Akademi to denote the Natya Shastra-based performing art styles. Classical dance performances usually feature a story about good and evil. The entire dance is traditionally presented in a dramatic manner called Nritta, which uses clean facial expressions and mudra, or hand gestures, to narrate the story and to demonstrate concepts such as particular objects, weather, aspects of nature, and emotions. Classical Indian dance is also known as Natya. Even though the art of Natya includes Nritta or dance proper, Natya has never been limited to dancing and also includes singing and abhinaya. These features are common to all Indian classical styles of dance. In the margi form, Nritta is composed of Karanas, while Desi Nritta consists mainly of Adavas. Dance forms: the Natya Shastra, as written by Bharata Muni, does not mention the names of any classical dance forms recognized today, but it lists the four prayer-vritis as Dakshinatya, or Dramagadi, Avanti, and Panchali. Bharatanatyam, Kuchipudi, and Mohiniyattam evolved from the prayer-vriti form called Dakshinatya. Dramagadi represents the regional dance of Dramagada, comprising the territories of Anga, Banga, the northern part of Kalinga and Vatsa. This led to the evolution of Odissi and Odisha, Satriya in Assam and Gaudiyal Nritya in Bengal. Little is known about the two other forms described by Bharata Muni, Avanti and Panchali. The Sangeet Natak Akademi has given recognition to 8 Indian dance styles. The Akademi holds a Natya Sangam during which artists from other classical dance forms are invited to perform. However, some sources have differing views on the listing of Indian classical dance forms. For instance, the Encyclopaedia Britannica mentions 6 recognized schools. The Indian government's Ministry of Culture has increased the number of dance forms that it accepts as part of Indian classical dance repertory and provides scholarships to young performers for the study of Indian classical dance/dance music. It currently confers classical dance status to 11 dance forms. The classical dance forms recognized by the Sangeet Natak Akademi and the Ministry of Culture are represented below. A dance style is classical to the extent that it incorporates Natya Shastra techniques. Some of the styles, such as Kathak, use very few elements found in Natya Shastra. Other art dances yet to be recognized as classical dance. The applicable theories and techniques that can be traced back to the Natya Shastra are Andhra Nityama Euro-Telugu art dance, Vilasini Nrityam Nityama Euro-Telugu art dance, Kerala Natyanama Euro-Kerala classical dance. Of the recognized dance forms, the only 2 temple dance styles that have their origin in Natya Shastra and are prescribed by the Agamas are Bharatanatyam and Odissi. These 2 dances faithfully adhere to the Natya Shastra but currently do not include Abhinaya, although some styles of Bharatanatyam, such as Malakta style, prescribe the lip and eye movements that characterize Abhinaya. Kuchipudi, which also prescribes the lip movements of Abhinaya and Mohiniyattam are relatively recent Dalbari Airtam forms as is Kathakali. Additionally there are 2 Eastern Indian styles, Manipura and Satriya, that are very similar to Abhinaya. Kathak originated as a court dance, and some believe it evolved from Lord Krishna's Ras Leelas, forms of which have also evolved into the Garba-style dances popular in North India and Gujarat. The style gradually changed during the Mughal period under the influence of Persian dance, a major change being straight knees instead of the bent knees exhibited in most other Indian classical forms. Intricate footwork and spins, as well as Abhinaya are the main highlights of Kathak. Currently, Sangeet Natak Akademi does not consider the recently reconstructed dance styles of Andhra Pradesh, such as Andhra Nityam and Vilasini Nityam, as classical. Bharatanatyam, despite being the dance that most closely follows the Natya Shastra's precepts, is considered as a variety of Bharata Nityam. Sabhas are the organizations involved in the promotion of classical art forms in South India. Ganamukunda is one such sabha that specializes in classical dances. Various events are held each year to celebrate classical dance. References. Further reading, Massey, Reginald. India's Dances, Their History, Technique, and Repertoire. Papine of Publications Revealing the Art of Natya Shastra by Narayan and Chaturnambuduripad ISBN 9788121512183, external links, Classical Indian Dance at DMOZ.